Okay, today I'm going to put some engine guards on here, and this is what they look like. Big old hunk of piece of plastic that go on the side of the engine here. You have to put, I actually had to drill out a hole right here in that little spot there, because there's actually a, see if I can get close enough to see the screw. I think it's too dark in there. Anyways, there's a bolt that I got to take out of there. Well, I think I already took the bolt out. That's right. Yeah, it's laying down here. So anyways, you have to cut that little piece out of this plastic. This is made of plastic. And I had to take the gear shifter piece off to take the plastic off to drill it, because I didn't want to drill into the hoses. I don't know how that bolt's going to affect those hoses hanging down there. But anyways, this is how the piece goes on there. And so it's kind of, I don't know if I'm going to like that or not, but okay, it's not too close to where the foot peg is. That's what I was worried about. So yeah, you put those on there, and they're only held on by 2 bolts. So hopefully you ain't in a hard wreck, because I believe those 2 bolts would probably break off. And here's the other one, and it goes on pretty similar to that. Yeah, there we go. So this is where this piece would be going. I wonder if I'm going to get my foot catching on that, bringing it up and down there. Anyways, because there's the brake pedal there. Maybe it shouldn't. Well, anyways, I'm putting them on. We'll see how good they hook up there when I put them on there. Alright, so I'll start taking some of these bolts out and putting it on there. Well, starting to put the pieces on here. And there's these little blocks that goes in the back that holds it stable. It's like a filler for the inside of this engine guard, and it's got a little what the hell you call those? Some spacers to get it farther up above the engine. And you have to take out the bolts out of the engine and use these bolts that the company sends with it. This is also, these engine guards are also made by the Yamaha company. So most of these parts that you need for these motorcycles actually, they come from the Yamaha company. And that way they keep the cost of what the motorcycle will cost down. And so afterwards you have to buy all these extra parts to put on the bike. Accessories is what they would call them. So, well, I just dropped a piece there, so I'll go ahead and turn this off and go looking for the piece. So I found the piece. It's a little washer that goes back behind it. And I believe the reason they use 2 washers is so that when you're tightening this down, the plastic isn't what's getting pushed on, because plastic will break. Alrighty, let's put this bad boy on here. Yeah, they form fit these blocks back behind the engine guard to fit these engine covers. I've never really wrecked a whole lot, but when I have wrecked, I don't want my engine to be destroyed. That's why I'm buying these. Alright, it's all tight on there. So this is what the engine guard looks like sticking out of it. Bring it down here, and it actually says FZ07 on it. Looks like carbon fiber, but it ain't, just some plastic stuff. And there's that one. So, in a way, if you go skidding down the road, they got it kind of in an angle there. So if it falls, goes sliding down the road, it's better it be that plastic gets messed up than your engine gets busted out and oil goes everywhere. The next thing I'm going to put on is my rear view mirrors that goes on the end of the handles. They call them bar end mirrors. So I'm going to put them on. So here's the end of this video, and I'll get on the handlebar mirrors. Thanks for watching. Well, I changed my mind on putting the bar end mirrors on it, and I'll show you why. First of all, these things are weights, and they're supposed to help your the stability of your bike. You know, like the shaking of the handlebars and stuff when you're going faster. So I'm just going to put these heavy ends back on there, and then I'm going to go over here and show you why I stopped. I could put one mirror on one side, but then the weight would be thrown off. There'd be one heavy bar end on one side, and then it would be lighter on the other end. Okay, and here's why. Well, damn it. Okay, so I got these two pieces here, and then you're supposed to have two of these, you know, for each mirror. Like one goes on one, and then another one's supposed to cover over the other one. Well, one of those pieces are missing. I've got these bigger pieces for like if the handlebar was bigger and you needed more stuff there to close the gap. So anyways, you have to have that second part for them to open up and close inside the handlebar to keep, well, these ends right here, because they're supposed to go on this and spread out. But since I don't have that second piece there, and no, I didn't drop it because I looked in the package before I even opened it up. So that's that for the bar end mirrors. Only thing I can think is maybe one of you might want it. You give me your address and I'll send the stuff to you, and you got you some bar end mirrors, because this company evidently decided they weren't going to put all the parts in there. So that's the end of that, and I'll just keep my stability with the bar ends. We'll just have to check and see how these mirrors work out, because I ain't actually rode it far enough to use the mirrors yet. One of the mirrors is still in the box right here, and then the other one's sitting over here. And you can't use those bar ends, those heavy ones, because they're a lot wider than this right here, and it's got little grooves. See how smaller it is? So anyways, it's got these little grooves in there for the mirrors to attach to. Only way I could do this is if I order me another package of that gap thing, because actually these pieces didn't come with the mirrors. You had to order these extra parts there. So it's order more parts, order more parts, order more parts. Yeah, I'm a little bit tiffy about it, but hey, motorcycle runs, I can ride it around and have some fun, and whoop-de-doo, I don't have end mirrors. Anyways, I got the engine guards on there, the bags, the new windscreen here. So everything's on there that I wanted on there. I don't know what these other stickers here. I went to the dollar store because somebody told me to buy some gum out or something like that to get rid of that. Well, the dollar store didn't have none of that in there, so that was the end of that. I don't know what I'm going to use to get that off there, because they didn't have what I was looking for. Anyways, cool. Y'all have fun, and later on I'll make more videos.